Good evening, everybody. I'm Reverend Rob, and this is our weekly spin into stillness. It's another hot summer's evening in July. It is Leo season as of today or as of yesterday, and delighted for that because I may or may not be a Leo, as you may or may not already know. Anyway, welcome to this week's meditation. This is that time each week that we have the opportunity to reflect, to uh, to think about our week, to think about what we're pursuing in our lives, and to spiritually give ourselves a little reset to evaluate if our week is going the way we'd like it to go, and to put out the intention to make it the way we want it to be. So we do that in a couple of different steps, but before we do either of those steps, want to make sure you hit like and subscribe. Please remember to like this video and also to like the page and subscribe to the page that you are watching this on the platform that you're watching it on, either YouTube or Facebook for now. And we'll move on from that. But don't forget, like, subscribe, and then, of course, leave a comment. Let us know you're watching. Let us know that there's something that you're interested in addressing. Let us know how your meditation is going each week and whether it is something that you continue to make a part of your life. And just say hello. So now we're getting to the steps. The first step is to set that intention. What is it that we are expecting? What is it that we want? What is our heart's desire from this opportunity to meditate together as an online community? And again, I like to write my intentions down on little slips of paper, just like this. This is just colored copier paper that I've cut up and into little tickets like this. And again, if we were in person, I would, of course, invite you all to write your intentions on your little slip of paper and then to hold it in your hand and to add energy to it. And then following that meditation, if we were in person, I would invite you to bring it up to the podium at the top of the room, and we would toss it into a bowl of burning flames. Now, we're not in person, so I can't have you do it in person, but what I can do is write my own on my little slip of paper, encourage you to write your own on your little slip of paper, but I also then write another one that says everyone's intentions, and that one serves as the proxy. And so just as if you would have brought up your intention to me to toss into flames, I will toss mine and the proxy, everyone's intentions, into a bowl of flames, and we will release our attachment to that intention. So we want to really think about and reflect on what our intention is, just so we can give the universe, give our deep self, our divine me, more information, or use it to get more information from the divine me. And so when we set that intention, we have thought about what we want, we articulate what we want, and then we allow the universe to take care of it, to bring it to us in whatever way it's going to. And we can only do that when we release that intention, our attachment to that intention, when we're done. So let's set the intention now, and then we can move on to step number 2. Everyone's intentions. Step 1 done. Step 2, let us draw that card. So we draw an oracle card each week from the Star Codes Astro deck. This is a great deck. Had it for a long time. I'm delighted to continue to use it. We're still going through all of the cards. It's a 56 card deck, and we are far from having drawn all 56 cards. We oftentimes will draw the same card from one week to the next or from one month to the next. And, we realize that that card is uniquely serving each intention that we've set. So if you draw the card 2 weeks in a row, it is uniquely serving whatever intention that you've set. Or, and either way is fine. Or there is more in that card's message that we need to think about or apply. So never to get stressed. I shuffle the cards each week. I shuffle them several times throughout the week. So you can bet that they're shuffled. It's just that the card is the card, the message is the message, the draw is the draw. So I love this deck for this reason. And I'm going to shuffle cards. And then again, if you don't align with the mysticism of the cards, and again, they're pretty much in good fun, but also if we can think about the cards as a creative prompt, as a way of uh, allowing you to think about that intention in ways perhaps that you would have never thought of. So when we draw that card, you may feel tempted to just say, oh, that's relates nothing to my intention. It doesn't have anything to do with it. I'm going to move on. But the fact is, our challenge is to figure out just how the card does align with that intention so that we can be open to more information that we uh, receive from the meditation that we do following this card draw and from all of the insight that we are learning as we uh, look at the card, as we read more about the card, and then as we apply that to the intention in our meditation. So it's a simple act of just drawing a card, but it's also significant because it allows that perspective shift, maybe a little more information, maybe some new information, maybe a new way to think about an old issue. Whatever it is, the card is the answer, is the info that you seek, just because that's why you're here this evening. So if you realize that, then you can make your experience worthwhile and effective and efficient and fun. So now I used to draw cards and I used to draw them from the top of the deck because my feeling was that you would not be able to see me reaching in using my own intuition. So I would just take the top card. So we would agree that that is the card that we're using. But I've since then, rather than even draw the card, rather than even you see me perhaps taking two cards at once or whatever, the best way to do this is I'm finished shuffling. I'm just going to lift the cards up, and whatever card is on the bottom of the deck, that's our card for this evening. So here we go. One, two, three. Yes, Mars. Okay. We've got a little heat coming from Mars. We've got a little conflict perhaps coming from Mars. Mars is the card. The theme is motion. Mars, motion. Time to get things moving, I think. What do you think? So I'm going to put the card in a place where we can both look at it together. And there it is. Mars motion. Look how vivid that is. Beautiful red. Mars, the god of war. Yeah, we are looking at uh, moving things along, getting things moving. So check out the artwork, what resonates in it for you, what resonates in the message. Are you hearing what you needed to hear? Are you confused at how this might affect your intention? But we'll read more about the card and then you'll be able to reflect on it even more as you meditate. Mars, Mars, a mythological god of war and the traditional ruler of Aries and Scorpio, speaks of independence, enterprise, and willfulness, aggression, passion, and defenses, including your body's defenses, such as your immune system. Mars takes 1.9 Earth years to go around the zodiac. So your terrible twos, when you learn to say no and yes and demand things, was the expression of your first Mars return. The action of this card, Mars, urges you to take action, any action, but this can get you in trouble. Jump into motion, but stay in the driver's seat and think through the consequences of your moves. Mars is raw energy, and like the motor of a fine sports car, it can take you far if you add wisdom and guidance. Mars wants you to develop your strength and bravery. So work out and develop muscles or rescue the proverbial underdog. Boldly go where you have not gone before and passionately dive into life. Mars loans you the competitive edge to obtain a fiercely desired goal and teaches that for your yes to truly mean yes, your no needs to be respected. Know what you want and don't want, and be aware of those desires in the people around you. Learn to fight and fight fairly. Stand your ground with grace and compete against your own personal best. If you are in a difficult situation, it could take real strength and willpower to transform or escape. You may need to dig in your heels so you are not pushed around or pull out your sword to draw a clear line in the sand. Do what needs to be done and just make sure it's the right thing. The challenge of this card, domineering willfulness, misuse of sexuality, anger, belligerence, and a warlike mentality, are the shadow side of Mars. Break the momentum if your situation heads downhill. Stop for a moment and think of your next move. The gift of this card, the higher note of Mars energy, manifests as a divine guardian, your potent inner first responder who is ready to be the hero in a dangerous situation and protect you and yours. So, this is the card of action and strength and bravery. So, the bravery comes from acting. If we sit and do nothing, that requires no bravery. But if we make that action, if we make that decision to move forward, then there's no such thing as inaction once we do that. There's no such thing as not being brave. Any action that we might take requires us to move forward, perhaps to a place or situation or a state of mind that we have never been in before. That always requires bravery. So it is time to reflect on this a little more. Let's get comfortable. Let's meditate together on this idea of Mars and motion and what that means for our individual intentions that we've set together. Get comfortable. Try to remain in a place where you are relaxed and yet alert enough to have a conscious dialogue with your divine me, with your inner voice, with your higher self, however you choose to look at that voice from within. It can be more fun and more effective if you are actually consciously asking the questions and then really opening yourself up and listening for the responses from your deep, deep self, from your divine me. So we begin by relaxing our whole body, releasing the stresses of the day, and just allowing ourselves this openness to having this reflection. So let's inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth, taking a little more time to exhale as we do to inhale. So breathe in through the nose and hold for a moment, and then breathe out through your mouth nice and slowly. And again, breathe in and hold and exhale slowly. one more time, breathe and hold and exhale slowly. You can allow your eyes to flutter like. And I'll pull up that card for you to take a look at. And let us continue to relax our bodies nice and comfortably. And so we're just going to continue our breathing, inhaling and exhaling slowly with intention. Breathing in and breathing out. And just do a quick scan over your body for any place that may have tension or discomfort. And wherever you find it, just allow it to dissolve, to disappear. And let's just do a quick scan of our emotions in our mind. And wherever we are finding a little bit of stress or anxiety or angst or melancholia, we are in such a safe space right now. Let's just allow those internal frictions or discomforts or anxieties to just fade away. If we really need to feel anxious or upset or stressed about something, all of that is there for when we're done with meditation. But for now, everything has been released. Any tension and discomfort, what remains is a wonderful, relaxed, physical body. And as we find ourselves more and more relaxed, our body just seems to fade away, almost to a translucent or transparent state. We're relaxed and safe, and so we can allow ourselves to be in our minds. And as we become more and more present in our own minds, and as our bodies seem to release tension and discomfort, we realize that our bodies also release material weight. We are no longer weighed down by our physical boundaries. Instead, we are floating comfortably in our own mind. And in this pleasant, relaxed, and safe space in our mind, we realize that we are open. We are open to experiencing strength, willfulness, passion. We are open to thinking about our intention. this idea of Mars and motion, of action, of decision, of movement in our life. How does this card encourage us with our own respective intentions? And as we reflect on this idea of our intention, and this draw of a card where we are reflecting on motion, maybe conflict, but a triumphant response to a challenge. And in this relaxed state, we can open ourselves to the presence that is the divine me from within. It's how you think of your inner voice or your highest self, that part of us that knows the truth, that knows ourselves completely, that is the authentic part of who we are. Our deep self, our divine me, is with us and present. Present to share, inform, support, and encourage us to making that next step on our magical, miraculous journey. The divine me that is wise, directly aligned with divinity, and yet open to the world with a sense of playfulness, curiosity, and wonder. And the divine me, the deep self, the voice within, communicates with us right now, is communicating. However we receive it, with words, without, with music, with the tones, sharing with us something so beautiful and profound about our intention and about how these cards help us articulate and move toward that intention. We feel so gratitude for this awareness of this deep self, this divine me that is always with us, that is never not understanding or giving us information that we need, has always been there, will always be there, with truth and authenticity. We feel so good, so empowered, so refreshed. And as a last goodbye, our divine me gives us a little mind's eye push, just a little push. And with that push, we begin to feel ourselves whisk through and speed in motion. The divine me has set us in motion, getting us closer, one step closer at the very least, to manifesting that intention. We are moving and moving and moving and moving and moving. And we know that we're going to be receiving more information, more ways to make it down the road of our journey to the intention. We will receive those as the evening goes on, as the day goes on, as the week goes on. And now that motion takes us and shoots us right back into our material body, where we feel our entire body become zapped with energy. Reanimating as we wiggle our fingers and toes. Exhilarated, excited, and ready to return completely by taking three quick breaths together. Inhale, exhale quickly. Inhale again and exhale quickly. And one more quick breath. Inhale and exhale quickly as we open our eyes and share together. And we're back. We're back. Motion. Keep it going. Keep it moving. Know that whatever you choose to keep yourself or to put yourself in motion, that's an act of bravery. So let's continue this week down that path to our own success, to our own enlightenment. And I am going to toss these into the flames as I said I would, which I also did last week. I think if you were here last week, you might have seen me sign off before I did that, but as I do every week, if I forget during the stream, I do make sure I do it right afterwards. So let's set, this is mine. This is everyone's intention. They fuse together, all of our intentions burning right there together. Passing on that little baton to the universe to say, hey, I'm leaving this with you right now, which is a beautiful thing. So I appreciate you all being here, however you're joining, whenever you're joining. If you're on the stream, which I can see Kathleen is, bless you for being here. Love you. Looking forward to catching up when I get back. Which brings me to another final announcement this evening. We will not be having meditation next week. I will be in San Juan on a midsummer vacation with my husband. Very excited about that. So we will regroup here 2 weeks from tonight. And the date for that is August 5th. So we'll be into August. We'll have written out the month of July. Birthdays will have happened. Celebrations will have happened, and we on to our August month. So I will see you all back here in 2 weeks, not next week. I'll put up a little reminder on each of the pages. But I'm so grateful that you're here. Let's check to see if anybody is checking us out. It's a summer's evening. I can understand if you aren't. But let's check in anyway. And again, if I miss you, especially on Facebook, if I miss you, then I apologize. But you can still leave a comment and I will still respond to that comment. And so if you do catch this later, you're not on the stream, please say hello. Please just let me know that you're here so I know that I should keep doing this. And on that note, I will remind us all that peace begins from the inside. Let peace begin with me. Let us make it originate within our deep self. And let's ask that deep self, that divine me, to help us if it's challenging to find that in the moment. Bringing it here is the most important thing. Let peace begin with me. Let's remember whenever we find ourselves not at peace, especially if we're in a relationship discussion or we're having a spiral with our own selves, remember the peace has to come within, and it is there. That's what the divine me, that's what the deep voice, the inner voice, the higher self, that is what it's there to do, to remind us that we are the peace that we seek. So let's consciously choose that. Remember, you're glorious, we're glorious, be glorious. And I will meet you back here on August 5th.